know what? In the intro, I'm trying to think, because, you know, I think you can just simply say, I'm Lawrence Murray, this is Unlabeled, and we're talking to Keke Palmer and her team.
Hi, my name is Keke Palmer. I'm 9 years old. Velvet sky, a summer storm. I can feel the coolness in the air.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Murray, and I'm going to take you through the journey of Keke Palmer's music career, starting with her first album, So Uncool.
It's going to be Unlabeled. Take what, Mark?
In the 90s, and I used to work with this guy named E. Smooth. He wrote a lot of this stuff for CeCe Peniston, like...
If you only knew the way I feel about you, oh, I can't hide it. Oh, no, finally it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally, it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just can't deny it.
He would call me in the studio, and I would go in and do like background vocals and take Keke with me. So I'd literally be in the booth singing, and she'd be sitting like right in front of the mic, coloring or doing something like that. It's like 1 or 2 when I first started bringing her in the studio.
I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I can do it naturally. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Keke's love for music came from her mother's love of music. It was her first introduction to the arts and the way she and her mother Sharon bonded.
I took my income tax check, I'll never forget that. And most people take their income tax check and buy a car. I brought recording equipment, and I taught myself how to record my vocals so that I could write songs, and then I would bring her and my other daughter, L'Oreal, in the basement, and we'd write songs.
Yeah, we wrote Summer Fun, he covers me, it makes me feel so at ease. Love to know that some way, put it 3 words.
Everything's lovely. I remember that part.
And I will always beg her, like, to let me get up on the mic, let me just do something, you know, because I wanted to be a part of it. Like normal kid stuff, wanting to just be a part of it. And then when my mom got her own equipment, she was like, okay, y'all really want to be a part of it? Okay, well, let's see. I got this song I've been writing. Y'all help me with this song. And so we worked on it together, my sister and with her. I didn't really think about, when I got into the music industry, I didn't really understand how critical it could be, you know, or how songwriting was not really just based off of what you like and what having fun, and how so many other things are put on it when you enter a label system and stuff like that. It ain't about me just being able to sing. It ain't just about that. It's about all this other stuff. That was the most kind of scary part.
We left Chicago when she was 10 years old. She had actually shot Barbershop 2 first. She had played Queen Latifah's niece. So that was the first thing she had done, and we came out here, and I used that. I mean, I had that Chicago hustle. So I was going around telling everybody, my daughter's in a movie with Queen Latifah. My daughter, she only had like 3 lines, 4 lines. But I didn't care. Nobody asked me. So I was like, she's in the movie with Queen Latifah. She's in the movie with Queen Latifah. You know, it's all about perception and the story that you create for yourself. I went around doing that, and then there was a guy, Ralph Farquhar. He put her in a Disney pilot, and just from that, word of mouth got around. And then she auditioned for Akilah and the Bee.
We found out that I could, quote unquote, act. She was like, oh, you're amazing, you can do everything. She always was encouraging me to be everything. You know, she was like, you can do all these different things. You know, you're like Judy Garland, or you're like Sammy Davis Jr. You can, why not? Why should you just stop at one thing? And so whenever I would get any opportunity for anything, she would add the other thing to it. So if I got an opportunity for acting, she'd be like, do y'all need a song? 'Cause she could sing, you know? On a wing and a prayer, for all the money I don't care, how could I wanna be with you?
As Keke's acting career rose, so did her connections. And with that came the opportunity for her to sign her very first record deal at the young age of 12, which came with a $100,000 cash advance.
If you don't have your own infrastructure, we were green. We didn't know anything about that.
Most people get in advance, especially if you don't come from a lot. you get the advance and you feel like that's my payment. Buy you a house, you buy you a car, and then you have no leftover capital to really invest into the music.
Right.
And then you really are waiting for the label to do everything, but they feel like, we gave you that advance. What'd you do with it?
All we know is that the president of the label was excited about her and gave her a deal. We didn't understand the politics of it. We didn't understand that she had a recording budget and that she actually had a say-so over who she could record with. In the beginning, we was just kind of going with who they wanted us to record with. But the one great thing that Atlantic did do for us is they introduced us to Billy.
And I've dealt with a lot of young talent with parents, and I don't think I've ever gotten along with any parent as well as I get along with you. I'll say that, yeah, honestly.
I would like to think that I'm fair. You know, I just want people to do their job, and I want people to, like Keke said, don't talk down to her. A lot of times when she would go into recording studios, they would give her old songs that they wrote for other people.
Right.
It's like, you're not even trying. You're not even trying to find out who she is as an artist. This is just a song that Sierra turned down, and now you're gonna throw it at Keke. No, that's not acceptable. So if that makes me a problem, then I'm a problem.
Though Keke knew how to sing, she was learning that being an artist was about more than just being able to sing, but being able to communicate the story of who you are to the world.
Yeah, Akilah and the Bee was their way to get everybody really excited. So they put on that screening, and they obviously invited people like Mishka and Billy to really get, excited about. That's what they do. They try to get people excited about their artists. And for me, their show was my film. Gone were the days where you didn't have visuals and Michael Jackson could just sing about a love song. That was in the day era where there were no music videos. So you didn't realize that there's a little kid singing about being in love with somebody until you realize, oh, that's the Jacksons. And at that point, it is what it is. It's just a voice. But now we're in the era where people want to see, and it's a visual, and it's not that old school vibe. So they were really, in for it to try to figure out how to get my voice across in a childlike way, but also still give me some kind of sophisticated edge.
Right, that was tough, yeah. Because I remember Craig called me, and he didn't want Bottoms Up to be on the album. And he basically said he just thought it was too risque, and that he was getting kind of like some negative. I guess he had played it for some people, and they were like, this is a little girl talking about bottoms up.
Another song that you wanted me to do that is using Candy
As
for
a
sexual innuendos. So how's Bottoms Up not okay?
Right.
Okay, because your friend produced that one.
But it was written, she co-wrote it, she can tell you what she was thinking, but I never thought.
Yeah, but in the same breath, he wanted me to do a song, Reese's Pieces Coochie Cut.
I remember.
So that doesn't really align. If you don't have any clear direction of what you want to do, then they really will eat your budget up like this. Oh, we're gonna go in from 12 to 3 with Keke, but we'll book the studio for the whole day because after she leaves, I'm gonna eat up her budget on my other artists.
As Keke struggled to communicate her story to the label, she was blessed to meet people who could assist her as she continued to learn how to translate it.
The moment that we heard the first Crush record, we were like, oh my gosh, we had to meet this man, Mishka.
I remember just listening and I could hear your voice on it. When I wrote it, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Because literally when you think about it, I may be young, but there ain't no doubt. They don't know about the way I feel for you.
The way the universe works, right? The way God works. I had watched so happened to watch the Woolcap. I told you this.
Yeah.
Like the night before the NAACP Image Awards. Didn't know, how you just catch something, and I stopped in my tracks because I saw myself. Like I was this young girl, but she was this black girl on, at the time this major TNT with William H. Macy, and I was just like, who is this? So I started Googling and like, who is this? And so fast forward, the next day was the Image Awards. Didn't even know if I was going there, and there was Keke.
So I was like 10 years old, and I was at the NAACP Awards, and I had just gotten nominated for this movie I did called The Woolcap with William H. Macy. And I remember just seeing Asha, like she was just at the after party, you know what I mean? And my dad must have got away from me from this moment in time. And I was roaming around by myself, and I just seen Asha. For whatever reason, I thought maybe I was the same age as her, and I was like, you look great, girl. And she's like, hi. She was like, you're the little girl that was just nominated for the thing. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I really like you. what do you do? And then she started telling me she's a dancer, she choreographs. I was like, we should work together. I just got me a record deal.
No. That's all true. No, you didn't have I didn't know about the record deal.
I said something about I need to work.
You did say that you said I have business.
Yeah,
You said I have business.
Everything I would give her to sing, I could see glimmers of what the capability was. Within, it might have been a minute and a half. Now, the twins are in the background playing, by the way, and now I mean yelling like crazy.
Right.
Sharon says behind me, stop! Stop! Hold on, I got something to say. I was like, oh, okay, here it comes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this.
She was like, listen, I want to tell you something. She said, you're the first person who actually told her how to do what it was you wanted her to do.
Taboo, taboo, taboo.
Listen to that approach.
I don't know what to say.
That was very interesting just now. Just listen to it, and then we'll see if we want to build on that. Oh, it's not this one.
You all right?